Have you ever noticed how history has a strange way of repeating itself? What if I told you the nation once at the heart of the Ottoman Empire is quietly fulfilling Bible prophecy right before our eyes? This isn't just politics, it's prophecy, and it traces all the way back to Ezekiel, Revelation, and the rise of powers foretold long ago. Stay with me for the next few minutes as we uncover how Turkey, yes, modern-day Turkey, is rising into a role the Bible may have predicted centuries ago. Part 1. From Empire to Shadow. To understand Turkey's role in prophecy, we need to go back in time. Not just decades, centuries. Turkey was once the seat of the Ottoman Empire, a vast Islamic empire that ruled the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Europe for over 600 years. Its capital? Constantinople, now known as Istanbul. But after World War I, the empire fell. Turkey became a secular nation, distancing itself from its Islamic imperial past. Or so it seemed. Part 2. The head that was wounded. Revelation 13 talks about a beast with a head that was wounded, but then healed. Some scholars believe this could symbolize empires that fall, but then rise again in a new form. What if the Ottoman Empire was one of those heads? What if we're now watching that head being healed, as Turkey, once a wounded empire, begins to reclaim influence in the Middle East? President Erdogan has repeatedly invoked the glory of the Ottoman past. Mosques once closed have reopened. The Hagia Sophia, once a museum, is now a mosque again. Some say it's political, others say it's prophetic. Part 3. Ezekiel's Mysterious Nations. In Ezekiel 38, we read about a coalition of nations that come against Israel in the last days. Among them are names like Gomer and Togarmah. Ancient historians often identify these with regions in modern-day Turkey. If that's true, Turkey may be more than a background player in end-times prophecy. It could be a central figure in the rise of a northern confederation against Israel. Part 4. Turkey and Israel today. It wasn't long ago that Turkey and Israel were strong allies, but that friendship has grown cold. Diplomatic tensions have risen. Turkey has supported groups that oppose Israel. And while relations warm and cool over time, the trend is undeniable, a drift away from alignment with Israel and toward partnerships with nations prophesied to rise against her. Could this be setting the stage for something bigger? Part 5. The Spirit of the Antichrist. In Revelation, we see a beast system that deceives nations. It has political power, religious influence, and military might. Now think about this. Turkey sits at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. It bridges East and West. It is religious, political, and strategic. Could it be part of the infrastructure for the final beast system? No one can say for sure, but it fits. Part 6. The Return of the King. The Bible doesn't just predict the rise of darkness, it promises the return of light. Jesus said in Matthew 24 that wars, rumors of wars, and global unrest would be the beginning of birth pains. We're seeing those now. But prophecy is not meant to scare us, it's meant to prepare us. Turkey may play a role in the final chapters, but Jesus is the author and finisher of the story. Closing, call to action. So what do? We stay awake, we stay in the Word. We watch the nations, but we put our trust in the King of Kings. Turkey is moving, history is shifting, prophecy is unfolding. Will you be ready when the final chapter begins? Subscribe for more insights into Bible prophecy and the end times. Like this video if it opened your eyes. Share it with someone who needs to understand the times we're living in.